Every single day, Lay's turns hundreds of thousands of muddy, imperfect potatoes into chips so thin you can almost see through them. Yet each one is nearly identical in color, crunch, and taste. How do you control chaos like that? With something as unpredictable as a potato. Most of us only see the bright yellow bag and hear the familiar crackle when we open it. But behind that sound is a tightly choreographed industrial ballet that starts long before the chips ever touch hot oil. Today, we're going inside a modern Lay's potato chip factory, following a potato's journey from farm field to perfectly crispy snack. If you enjoy seeing how everyday foods are engineered behind the scenes, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Our story starts in the dirt. Lay's doesn't just buy any potato that shows up at the warehouse door. They work with contracted farmers who grow specific varieties, bred for chips, potatoes with the right size, shape, and most importantly, the right balance of starch and sugar. Too much sugar and the chips burn and turn dark brown. Too little and they fry up pale and bland. So long before harvest, agronomists and quality teams are already testing soil, monitoring weather, and checking that those future chips are on track. When harvest season hits, the clock starts ticking. Potatoes are dug up and moved quickly to storage facilities, where temperature and humidity are carefully controlled. This isn't just about keeping them from rotting. The wrong storage conditions can change the chemistry inside the potato, pushing up sugar levels and ruining the color of the future chips. Only when a factory needs a fresh batch of raw material are truckloads of potatoes released, rolling toward the plant like a convoy of future snacks. At the factory gate, the romance ends and the inspection begins. Trucks back up to unloading bays and dump tons of potatoes into massive receiving hoppers. From there, conveyor belts carry them into the first line of defense, cleaning. High-pressure water sprays blast off soil, stones, and stray bits of field. In some plants, rotating drum washers tumble the potatoes as jets of water strip away mud. The goal is simple. By the time a potato leaves this station, it has to be clean enough to eat even if it doesn't look like a chip yet. Next comes peeling, and this is where the transformation really starts. Instead of someone standing there with a knife, the factory uses steam or mechanical peelers. In a steam peeler, potatoes are briefly exposed to high-pressure steam, then rapidly depressurized. The sudden change causes the skin to loosen and almost explode off the surface. Mechanical rollers then rub away the loosened peel. It's fast, efficient, and removes just enough skin without wasting the valuable potato underneath. The peeled potatoes, now smooth and pale, move on looking more like giant eggs than something that grew in the ground. Now the knives come out, industrial ones. Potatoes slide into high-speed slicers fitted with razor-sharp blades. In a fraction of a second, a whole potato is turned into a stack of thin, uniform slices. Thickness here is everything. Too thick, and the chip becomes hard and dense. Too thin, and it burns or shatters. Lay's classic chips are cut to a precise thickness, measured in millimeters, and the machinery is calibrated so that every slice is nearly identical. Water often flows through this stage, washing away excess surface starch so the slices don't stick together in the fryer. Before they ever see hot oil, the slices pass through another round of quality control. Defect detection systems, using cameras and sensors, scan for green spots, dark bruises, or oddly shaped slices. Green areas indicate higher levels of solanine, a natural compound in potatoes that you don't want in your snack. Air jets can literally blow bad slices off the line in milliseconds. What remains is a river of pale, neatly cut potato slices heading toward their defining moment. The fry. The fryer is the beating heart of the factory. Imagine a long stainless steel tunnel filled with hot oil carefully held at a constant temperature. The potato slices enter at one end and float or ride on a conveyor through the shimmering bath. Time and temperature are tuned like a science experiment. As they travel, moisture inside each slice turns to steam and escapes, leaving behind a delicate, rigid structure, that familiar chip crunch. Too little time in the oil and the chip stays soggy. Too long, and it darkens and takes on a burnt flavor. Sensors constantly monitor the oil's temperature and quality, because the same oil is used to fry massive volumes of chips and must stay clean and stable. When the chips emerge from the fryer, they're glistening with hot oil, fragile and still evolving. They immediately ride up a sloped conveyor that lets excess oil drain off. Often, a gentle stream of air helps blow away even more surface oil, bringing the fat content down to the target level. At this stage, the chips are technically edible, but they don't yet taste like Lay's. They're warm, lightly golden, and surprisingly quiet. No seasoning means no flavor fireworks yet. That changes in the seasoning drums. Warm chips tumble inside large rotating cylinders, and this is where the signature Lay's taste is engineered. For classic salted chips, a carefully measured dose of fine salt is sprinkled over the tumbling chips, sticking to the thin film of oil on their surface. For flavored varieties, powdered seasonings, cheese, barbecue, sour cream, and onion are added in precise amounts. The timing matters. Season the chips too early and the powder clumps. Too late and it doesn't stick. The rotation speed, angle of the drum, and flow of chips are all adjusted so that every piece gets coated evenly without breaking. From here, the chips move into a surprisingly intense quality control gauntlet. Workers and automated systems check color, shape, and breakage. Random samples are pulled off the line and weighed to ensure that the oil and seasoning levels match the recipe. Some factories use acoustic tests, literally listening to the sound a chip makes when it breaks, to confirm that the crunch is within a desired range. It sounds excessive, but that consistent crunch is part of what makes a Lay's chip instantly recognizable. Whether you're opening a bag in New York or in a small town miles from the nearest city, packaging is the final shield between a perfect chip and the outside world. The chips are guided into weighing machines that can measure out exact portions in fractions of a second. Multiple small weigh hoppers drop chips together to hit the target weight, say 28 grams for a small bag. With astonishing accuracy, those portions fall into preformed bags made from specially designed film that keeps out light and moisture. Before sealing, the air inside the bag is often replaced with nitrogen. It's not a trick. Nitrogen is inert and helps keep the chips fresh and crisp, while also puffing up the bag to protect the fragile contents from being crushed during transport. The sealing machines clamp the top of each bag, apply heat, and create an airtight seam. Immediately after, date and batch codes are printed so every bag can be traced back through the system. If there's ever a quality issue, finished bags travel along conveyors, where more sensors and sometimes human eyes look for underfilled bags, bad seals, or misprints. Those that pass are grouped, stacked into cartons, and wrapped onto pallets, ready to leave the world of stainless steel and sensors for the chaos of trucks, warehouses, and store shelves. By the time you pick up a bag of Lay's at the store, that chip has lived through a tightly controlled journey, from a potato variety chosen years earlier, to a harvest scheduled for optimal chemistry, to washing, peeling, slicing, frying, seasoning, and sealing. Each step tuned to fractions of a second and degrees of temperature. The wild, irregular potato from the field has been transformed into something standardized and predictable, yet still rooted in that original, simple ingredient. If you've ever wondered what other everyday products hide stories just as complex and sometimes controversial, wait until you see how something as unlikely as elephant skin travels through global supply chains, often in ways the public was never meant to see. That band journey connects directly to how we value, process, and consume. See you there.